Всем привет, Elvin here. How's everyone doing? Today is a special day for me. This video marks the 10th video on this channel, as well as 2 full months of me doing YouTube. I know it doesn't sound much, but for me it's a big deal, especially since I didn't really think that I'd commit for such a long time. You know how they say that ideas sound good in your head until you try them and you realize that either A, it's not really your thing, or there's just too much work so you cannot commit to it? Well, luckily for me, I'm really enjoying it and I'm not planning to stop. Now for this video, I thought why not continue with the same idea of my previous video. So kind of go back, reflect on the whole process of making these videos, to pinpoint the challenges or difficulties, and then so that I can then improve in the future. Now, before we do this, I want to say something very important. You see, for those of you who have been following me since day one, you know that I started this channel as a way for me to be accountable for the work I do and the hours I put into learning photography and mainly filmmaking. And by no means did I expect that people would be watching these videos and that people will be even subscribing or interested to subscribe to this video. I mean, so far we have 6 subscribers and over 100 views. And for me, honestly, it's I don't know what to say. It's absolutely incredible. It's incredible that there are people that decided to subscribe and there's people that are just wanted to watch these videos. It's mind-blowing for me, and I want to say a very, very big heartfelt thank you for each one of you for your support, as well as thank you for those people who just pass by and watch these videos. Thank you as well. It means a lot for me. Now let's get right into the throwback of my journey so far. To begin with, let's address the elephant in the room, which is camera shyness. I mean, by far I think one of the most difficult things for any content creator who ever starts speaking in front of a camera. Unless you have some kind of natural talent, but I think most people kind of face this. It is so difficult. Like, whenever you press the record button, I think like my mind is connected with the camera. So whenever you press the record button, it switches off my mind. Like, no matter how prepared I am, right? As soon as I start recording, it's like I don't know anything. And even now, it's kind of a struggle. I know what I need to say, but it's just a struggle to say it. And I thought it would be worse. But luckily it was actually not so bad when I started YouTube, for the simple reason that I kind of went through the main pain of camera shyness back in February 2020. Basically back then me and my friend of mine decided to do this kind of self-transformation challenge called 75 Hard, and I thought I would also do a vlog documenting this whole journey, which is where I got the idea for this whole thing we're doing right here. And basically, I practically never did vlogging in my life before. So this challenge itself, and I'll put like a picture somewhere here, it involves doing 2 40-minute workouts every day. One of them has to be outside and you cannot combine them together. You need to drink 3 gallons of water per day, eat healthy, no alcohol, no cheat meals, and read 10 pages of non-fiction. And it was so difficult. Like, there were days where it was raining and I finished my workout under the rain, and I'll be recording myself saying something about this day of the challenge, and I would do like takes and takes and takes. And I'm actually surprised how I didn't get sick. But the point was that I kind of bulldozed my way through this whole shyness thing, because I linked this whole vlogging with the whole general idea of this challenge, which is yes, you have to do the objectives and you have to complete it on a daily basis. So I also kind of linked it and said yes, I need to record myself saying something or just doing the challenge itself. If it's not every day, but at least every other day. And by the way, if you're interested to check it out, you can see it on my Instagram. I was posting it all there in the highlights. You can search for 75 Hard there. So yeah, nevertheless, It is quite a challenge every single day, and I can't wait until I will reach a point where I can just pick up my camera and say something without preparing a script. I think that's the next level. Like, I'm here and then that is like somewhere there. It's a huge learning curve, I think. So a long way to go, for sure. The second difficulty that I'm facing is outputting high quality videos. Now, this by far right now is like my nemesis. It is so difficult. Honestly, it's surprising for me because my Canon EOS 800D is a pretty decent camera for 1080p videos, and I know it can output good sharp image, but for some reason I've been struggling with that. And I think I identified a couple of subcategories which are all affecting it, these being light, lens, camera settings, and the sound. Now, starting with the first one, which is light, I did already learn the lesson that the more light we have, the easier it is for the camera to record a clear image and also noise free. Something that I cannot, and I'm kind of struggling with this in my room because I don't have lights yet. Something I'm gonna fix within the next upcoming weeks. So that's why I'm here in the living room with a lot of light coming from the balcony. Second issue is the lens. Now this one is not really a big of an issue, but basically what I learned the hard way was that you need to check that your glass is clean from both ends of your lens. What happened was that for a couple of now episodes, I was always wondering why is it that my video looks a little bit blurry or with not such a high quality. And I cleaned my camera lens so many times and still it was always blurry. Until the episode of my camera filters. And there I realized that actually the inner side, so the other end of my camera lens, the one that is inside the camera, the little window is actually all full of fingerprints. I learned this just by accident. I just had an idea that, hey, let me check the other side. And I was right, that's where the problem was. So speaking about this whole camera filter episode, it was, I think, by far the most difficult video that I made because I made so many mistakes which just completely complicated the whole process. Basically, what happened was on that specific week, I decided that I'm going to be recording the whole episode on a Wednesday. After work, I come home, I set up everything, and I start recording. Halfway through it, my battery dies. So first mistake, I didn't check how much battery I have left. But, well, it is what it is. I put it to charge, I go to bed. The next day, after work, once again, I start recording. I film the remaining parts. Everything seemed to be good. It was already around midnight, so I went to bed. So on Friday, I wake up at 5 a.m. with the idea that I'm gonna basically edit everything in the morning, finish it up after work, and then upload the video. So I start chopping videos, put them all together. Everything seems to be fine, of course, starting with the Thursday footage. And then when it came to adding the footage of Wednesday, I realized there's a big difference in the quality. And because during the filming on Thursday, that's when I had the idea of checking the back of the lens. So I cleaned it, and therefore, of course, the footage on Wednesday was blurry. So it was disappointing because I forgot about that completely, and I had to now re-record the whole section. So I thought, okay, fine, whatever, but at least I can finish up editing the footage of Thursday. And then at some point, I go full screen to review the footage, and I realize that everything is out of focus. Something that I didn't see on the LCD screen on my camera, and something I didn't see on the small screen on my computer in the editing software, because it was just a very slight autofocus. But I couldn't do anything with it. Even the sharpening was not helping. So it means that I basically wasted 2 days doing nothing. And it happened because on Thursday, just before filming, I went out to the balcony to film the moment I would be adding the ND filter in front of a camera. And to have a nice focused image through the lens itself, I put my camera into manual focus. So yeah, another stupid mistake. And I ended up basically re-recording everything again on a Saturday and then editing during the day. and that delayed the whole thing. So yeah, there is a lot of things that I learned from this. Check your camera battery, check that your lenses are clean, check your camera settings, make sure that everything is ready for your filming, something that I started implementing with a checklist, including for this video as well. And finally we have the sound, and I hate to admit this, but this is the biggest fail of them all. I mean it's just me being stupid. I don't know what's going on, but for 8 episodes, 8 videos, I thought that I was using my Snowball as a way to record my audio. So I was always speaking to my microphone, which is right here. But in reality, this microphone was never working, and I was recording with the laptop microphone. And the way I found out was the fact that always I was wondering, why is it that I'm talking right close to the microphone, but my videos are always at a low volume and there's a lot of noise? So last week I thought enough is enough, I need to figure it out. And I was reading some forums and they said that you can just go to your microphone settings and then just boost up dB levels. And then when I was trying to find them on my computer, I couldn't find it. And then I realized that even though my microphone is connected to my laptop, in other words, there's a red light that is shining, meaning it's getting power, but it's not actually connected as a microphone, because what it turns out, the cable was faulty. And the reason why I didn't notice this was because I thought that this microphone is recording through the like the main sound card of this laptop, so it doesn't actually show up as the name of the microphone, which by the way I was wrong, it actually does say Blue Snowball. So yeah, it's a very big fail. I learned it the hard way. At least now we have better audio and I can do something like this to tickle your ears. Oh yeah. Jesus, this is so cringy. I actually hate ASMR. I think it's the most stupidest thing ever, really. But yeah, that's what it is when it comes to the whole video content creation. Except of course the video editing process, which also is a pain, to be honest. And I'm still trying to figure out why, because my resolve crashes a lot. Just from like chopping up videos, it crashes a lot. Like I said, no, I'm not sure why. I'm trying to figure it out. It's either DaVinci being DaVinci and it's crashing all the time, even though I reinstalled it like 3 times, or it's my laptop that's not supporting it well because it needs a powerful system. But again, it's weird why the software would be crashing even if I would be just chopping up the videos. So this is something I'm trying to figure out. I'm reading the forums and stuff, and I'm kind of unsure between what I should be doing, either investing the money I saved into a better computer or better gear so that my videos have better quality and I need less editing on top of it. So still kind of in between those two ideas, but definitely something that I need to address. Now, this being said, all these challenges, even though they're very annoying, are actually a good thing, and I'm happy that they're happening, because I personally prefer to go through these challenges and then fix them myself rather than just watching a video saying top 10 mistakes to avoid by beginners, because the information retention is like close to zero for me. It's better to really on hand, or how do you say it? Like on the spot, see these challenges, face them, and then solve them, and you remember them. And actually sometimes these challenges, though annoying, can lead for you to completely change or modernize the way you do things. And I'm not talking of just simply like buying a new microphone and then voila, you have better sound. No, I'm talking about just your productivity. For instance, the video I made and the first tutorial I made on the animated signature, I learned how to do this in a specific way in a tutorial made for Resolve. However, while filming this episode, I thought, why not also include the Premiere Pro tutorial? Because there's a lot of people who use Premiere Pro, and the video I found in the internet or in YouTube was quite outdated. So when recording and I use the same technique in Premiere Pro, I realize it's not working properly or fully, let's say, because it doesn't have the same settings like Resolve has. So Resolve has basically more customization using that VFX rather than Premiere Pro. So I had to pause the video and I had to find basically a new workaround that will work for both of them. And that's where I found out a way to do this, which is not only easier in Resolve but also faster, but also works in Premiere Pro. So not all challenges are annoying, and some of them will trigger you to find solutions which will then completely change how you work for the better. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the main difficulties that I've been facing while making these videos. Nevertheless, it's been a very fun ride, and I can't wait for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 videos. And then reflect back, make a similar video, and then kind of compare it. Would be really fun. And to end this video, I want to say once again a big thank you to all of you, the ones who have subscribed and also the ones who are just watching the videos. A big massive thank you for each one of you. And I'm not afraid to admit or say this, that just one view on any of my video gives me a smile on my face, which is something that not a lot of things right now and through what I'm going through gives. So really thank you very much for this, and I see you in the next video. Пока.